Too much. How about you?
Alive and well. Anyone know?
So what kind of situation is Crowley going to find himself in as the new season begins?
Lockdown by the looks of it.
Well, you begin as injured, seriously injured. So is there a quick recovery, or does that linger on with the character?
Oh, you just have to watch the show. It's a very specific, very small question about a very small area of time. I mean, look, the best way I can explain this is that the process of trying to cure Crowley has had a profound effect upon him. Not the effect that was originally desired, I would think, but probably more profound than Crowley enjoyed. So I'm sure it's going to have its consequences.
What might some of those consequences be?
Incontinence, I don't know. This is anal leakage. You always hated that when they was like, here, some new products. Anal leakage. Yeah. Never good.
How will Crowley react to the fallen angels?
React? He'll move slightly out of the way. That's the first thing Crowley will always do. React to the fallen angels. I think right now, I mean, that's what we're talking about. You just saw the scene that you saw, right?
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
No.
Oh, you really need to go onto the internet.
Yeah.
They showed a scene from the beginning of season 9.
Oh, they did. So we had to be here early to prepare for you.
It'll be on the internet by now.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's a scene from one of the first moments when you see Crowley. So watch that.
After doing to play this,
It's fabulous.
he's been through
It's
so much.
fabulous. They're very kind to me. Because there's something rather fun about having that kind of power and that kind of whimsy and that kind of enjoyment of everything that he does. I mean, really sort of insatiable when it comes to consuming for fun. So it's a lot of fun to play.
Well, this power, this insatiability that your character has, does this ever carry over into your personal life?
Yeah,
You kind
because
of
I killed
feel
so many people in my personal life.
Well, I don't mean in the sense of killing, but just having that sense of empowerment.
So you're saying I have a sense of empowerment?
I don't know. I'm asking. Do you feel that?
Do I feel like I have a sense of empowerment? Why would I answer that? If I did feel I had a sense of empowerment, I don't know.
Well, I mean, about 7 or 8 months, 7 or 8 months of the year, you go around though with this character. Does that carry over off the set at all?
One tries not to. As I said, killing people is frowned upon in most places.
One of the things that I really like about Crowley is that he is kind of a jolly bad guy in a way, and we've seen some really evil villains on Supernatural, and they're kind of really evil. How much of that was written? How much of that is played?
So I think, giving absolute credit to the writers, and I think Ben created the character first, which made it so interesting. There is a benevolence animal element to it, which is he tends to only fight. It's kind of Bugs Bunny-ish in a way. He tends to only fight what's provoked. If you shoot him, he's going to do something. So it makes it a lot of fun to do. Was it created with that idea in mind? It's a bit, I'd like to say it's a bit of both. I think now, very much so, they write to where the character is involved too. And I think they were just really smart in the moment. This is working in this way, and let's keep going in that direction. That's the great thing about having smart writers on the show. And different groups of writers. The great person to ask is Bob, because Bob has been through all the regimes of the different showrunners. And that's a man that has more information than anyone. What he will tell you on it or something. But he's watched the changes. He's been a very integral part of that. And for that, I think he's the guy to ask, because the evolution of Crowley, he's known more about that than almost anything. Because I'm sure it's a little trial and error when it comes to it. So much fun to do.
They must also write to you as well. Your strength.
Because, whenever I've written it, if you have the sound of a voice and you know the sound of a voice, it's kind of more fun to do. But you should, as I said, ask Bob, isn't how much fun is it to write the stuff that makes you laugh? Or how much fun is it to write the stuff that makes you crazy?
Well, having the voice of the character, when you read the lines on the page, sometimes do the lines seem not to fit, and do you have any flexibility to kind of recreate some of the lines?
Most lines fit. You just got to remember, what human beings say is not always what they mean. So what they say is not always as relevant as what the meaning is behind it.
Subtext.
So you can write, Mary had a little lamb, her face was white as snow. Everywhere Mary was. Short.